Kate Lamble, let's talk now to Eugen Rochko, who is the founder of a potential alternative to Twitter. But first, Erin Wu, who's a journalist in Silicon Valley covering Twitter. And what is the latest, Erin, for our viewers here in the UK?
The latest going on at Twitter is that so many employees resigned over the past 24 hours by not choosing to click yes on a form that Elon Musk sent out. The New York Times is reporting that 1,200 employees have resigned, and like you said, that their staff has already been cut in half by the layoffs a couple weeks ago. And so both current and former employees are concerned that the site could go down as they struggle with just the massive cuts to staff that they've had over the past couple weeks.
And do you think that is a realistic worry? Is that feasible?
I think it is. So we're coming up on the World Cup, which, as you mentioned, is a huge traffic event for Twitter. And so it puts them at risk of an outage even in normal times. And right now, so many of the infrastructure teams have just been decimated both by the layoffs and then by people who've decided to leave. And so many critical and core teams are now staffed by only a couple engineers, if at all.
Eugen Rochko, you used to be a fan of Twitter. You, a few years ago, decided actually we needed an alternative. Why?
Because I felt like Twitter was a very important communications platform. It was instant global communication for people to talk to their friends, for politicians to talk to their voters, for basically anyone to send each other a real-time message. And I thought that it being in the hands of a single company was a big risk, because companies, they can go bankrupt, they can shut down, they can pivot to a different idea altogether, or they can get bought out by controversial billionaires. So I thought that something as important as that to internet infrastructure should be more akin to public utility. And so I created Mastodon, which is a decentralized social media platform, meaning that there is no central owner, there is no company that runs the whole network. Instead, you could think of it as a framework that allows anyone to start their own social network in a cooperative and interoperable way, creating a cohesive, almost seamless social network experience like you could expect from Twitter, but without there being a single point of failure.
When hate speech or hate servers on Mastodon spring up, how is it stopped?
Well, the thing is, there is no real difference between, let's say, a Mastodon server springing up or a generic website springing up. So the same vehicles for dealing with websites with hateful content exist for dealing with servers with hateful content. But every operator of a Mastodon server has tools available for moderation and for filtering incoming content. So in practice, when a hateful server springs up in the network, a lot of responsible admins, the ones that, for example, we recommend on our main homepage, joinmastodon.org, they will block such servers, so no content goes either way, and they're essentially isolated.
And so, are those operators self-appointed? Is it self-policing by the community?
What we develop is open source software that is available for free, and anyone, organization or hobbyist or private person, can take that software, install it on their own infrastructure under their own domain name, and in essence, that is a Mastodon server that allows them to follow and be followed by people using other Mastodon servers.
Okay.
So yes, kind of self-appointed. There are public organizations and nonprofits and other companies running such servers, and there are private people running them too. There are over 6,000 today.
Is Twitter too big to fail? Too many people use it and want it?
I don't think so, because there are examples from history of social media platforms that were also immensely huge, like MySpace, for example, and they lost their relevance. Perhaps they're still around, but they're no longer popular or the place that you go to. And even though Twitter is very large, it's still not even the largest social media platform out there, because Facebook and Instagram take the crown on that one. And I definitely think that with the issues that it's having right now, and with new management under Elon Musk, that it has a real chance of actually disappearing because, well, it takes a lot to run a social media platform like that deals with real-time data, and losing most of its engineers is not a good thing.
So it will disappear because there will be a technical screw-up. Is that how it will disappear if it does?
I think it will be a combination of both, because people are obviously upset with the way that Elon Musk is running it and the direction that he's taking it in, but also technical issues won't help it either.
Sure. Let me go back to you, Erin Wu, if I may. What is Elon Musk's overall strategy at this point, do you think?
Sure. So the best clue we've gotten to that was an all-hands meeting that he held with the product organization last week. So he talked about trying to ramp up Twitter's video efforts and creator monetization, and turning Twitter even into a payments app where users could have high yield savings accounts and send payments to other users who buy things within the app. So we've gotten some sense of the very big dreams that he does have for Twitter, but I think it's very much an open question whether he'll be able to achieve any of that, really, given the tremendous staff cuts we've seen in the past couple of weeks and the way that the rollout of his first signature idea, Twitter Blue, has gone.
Okay. And finally to you, Eugen Rochko, briefly, what do you think of Elon Musk's leadership style as we have seen around Twitter?
I would call it erratic, and frankly, I'm not a fan of it. I would say it shows incompetence and lack of understanding of the industry that he's entered and the platform that he's now in charge of. That's what I would say.
Thank you both very much for talking to our British viewers tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, it's been an unusual